right now on 18 Eyewitness News.
The Chris Parsons SRT Roundup is on Saturday. Also, an Iron Mountain Lake woman has been indicted. Plus, how you can be forgiven for having those book finds. All these stories in my latest Storm Tracker weather forecast coming up. 18 Eyewitness News starts right now.
18 Eyewitness News starts now.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for 18 Eyewitness News. I'm Dustin Kopp in for Fred Dawkins. Here are some of the stories that we're working on for you. On Saturday, the Fredericktown Police Department will be presenting the Chris Parsons SRT. Fredericktown Police Captain Eric Hovis tells 18 Eyewitness News that Parsons is part of the Fredericktown Police family.
I hired him right out of the Mineral Area College Academy as a law enforcement officer. He worked for us for about 6 or 7 weeks and then took a full-time job at Washington County where he was murdered, killed in the line of duty. This week is National Police Memorial Week. We've been to a few ceremonies all week honoring all of our national officers that have fallen. This one's a little closer to home.
Roundup is in honor of Deputy Chris Parsons, who was killed in the line of duty last year. Jason Fitzwater tells us what events will take place.
The first event, which Camden County Sheriff's Office drew the #1 for the event, so they'll be starting us off with the officer rescue. And then after that event, all the teams will go through each event one at a time. And then after that, when we move on to the hostage rescue, and then the third event will be the officer down. And then the fourth event is the tactical endurance course.
The Patriot Guard will also be at the opening ceremony. It will take place on Saturday at the Fredericktown Training Facility, which is located on South Chamber Drive. The cost is just $5 and is open to the public. For more information, contact the Fredericktown Police Department at 573-783-7401. Are you going to the Roundup? Tell us by voting at our online poll at KDKZ18.com. 33-year-old Marsha Rullo of Iron Mountain Lake was indicted in late April on a Class A felony of first-degree assault and armed criminal action in connection with the March shooting of her daughter's boyfriend. Her bond was set at $200,000. She was served with a warrant earlier this month. She had been charged in March, but the indictment moves the case from the Associate Circuit Court level to the circuit level. Her bond also increased. She is scheduled to be arraigned before Circuit Court Judge Sandy Martinez June 7th. 53-year-old Dennis Nash of Farmington has been charged with first-degree arson in connection with a March 12th fire at Deer Park Apartments in Farmington. His bond was set at $75,000. Court records indicate that officials responded to the fire at the Deer Park Apartments, which is a 2-story apartment building on St. Francis Avenue at 8:12 p.m. March 12th. They found 2 separate and unconnected areas on fire of the exterior and interior of an apartment. Near the origins of fire, a strong odor of cologne was found also. The screen in a sliding glass window had been cut out. When fire officials spoke with the occupant of the apartment, they were told he suspected Nash, his wife's ex-boyfriend, who had been making threats to his wife for several days. Nash lived in the same apartment complex. His wife had saved the voicemails Nash had left her. She felt that one of those voicemails on March 11th had threatened their home. Nash denied setting the fire. There will be a jamboree and truck pull on Saturday at the San Francisco County Fairgrounds on Saturday. There will be all kinds of things to do for youth to adult. One event is the dyno. Corey Pettis explains to 18 Eyewitness News what the dyno is.
You put your truck up on there and it'll tell you the horsepower at the rear wheels, so just see how tough your truck really is.
Gates open at 8 a.m. on Saturday with the truck pull starting at noon. General admission is $10 for adults, $6 for children ages 6 to 12, and 5 and under are free. Throughout the evening this evening, we'll be seeing temperatures not too bad out there. Mostly cloudy skies at 7 p.m. with 72 degrees. Cloudy skies remain overnight. 9 p.m. temperature 69 and 66 by midnight. More details on your forecast coming up in just a little bit. When we come back, how you can be forgiven for having those book finds. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
For 15 years, Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for Restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crosley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
How can heat also be cool? When it comes from targeted induction technology, which uses electromagnetic waves to quick heat your pan, boiling up to 40% faster, while the surface around it stays perfectly cool to the touch. It's faster, hotter, and, well, cooler.
Hi, Bob Seabaugh at Seabaugh Furniture and Appliance. Come and see this and other great features and benefits that will amaze you. Now on sale at Seabaugh.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Ozark Regional Library in Ironton will be having their first Fine Forgiveness Week next week. Library Director Keith Housewright explains how the Fine Forgiveness Week works.
If they have an overdue item, they bring it into the library, and it's just written off the books. It's free to them. Any fines that they owe are wiped off the books, and their library privileges start fresh. We saw it as a chance to go ahead and give people not only a chance to start over again with their library privileges, but anybody that had trouble paying the fine or anybody that may have forgotten a book in the past and was just embarrassed to return it.
The Fine Forgiveness Week starts on Monday and lasts through Saturday during normal business hours. The Farmington Presbyterian Manor is celebrating Older Americans Month this month. The theme this year is Unleash the Power of Age. Marketing Director Jennifer Williams says this is a way to celebrate the older Americans in the manor and across the country.
It's a way for Presbyterian Manor to celebrate residents every day. And as the nation's attention turns to older adults during this month where we recognize older Americans, we want to celebrate here at Presbyterian Manor, and we have a number of events to kind of honor and have fun with the residents.
As part of the celebration, 2 members of the Presbyterian staff were honored for more than 30 years of service each. Doris Cruz and Jade Hall were 2 out of 14 Presbyterian Manors of Mid-America employees who recently celebrated 30 or more years of service. On Thursday, officers with the Poplar Bluff Police Department, DEA, ATF, Missouri State Highway Patrol, SEMO Drug Task Force, Butler County Sheriff's Office, and Sykeston DPS executed 4 search warrants simultaneously in the Poplar Bluff city limits. In the 900 block of North Street, Miranda Gregory and Keith Taylor were arrested. In the 1000 block of Park Avenue, Kimberly Scott and Gary Sutton were arrested. In the 900 block of Park Avenue, Maurice Evans, Darius Carpenter, Lavelle Davies, Heather Pockner, and Marlon Richardson were arrested. And in the 300 block of South 9th Street, Robert Evans, Callie Malone, Ricky Evans, Dustin Boyer, and Dejade Wooford were arrested. All were arrested for possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. These search warrants stem from an ongoing investigation into the distribution of illegal narcotics over the past several months. Police say more arrests are anticipated in the near future. Several roadways in southeast Missouri will be reduced starting on Monday for work. Route 49 in Wayne County will be reduced to 1 lane for bridge repairs. This section of roadway is located from County Road 349A to County Road 347. This should be completed by Thursday, May 30th. Route 51 in Bowling County will be reduced to 1 lane with an 11-foot width restriction as contractor crews begin to tie in the new roadway to the old roadway. This section of roadway is located from Route ZZ to a mile east of Route ZZ. Work should be wrapped up by Monday, May 27th, and Route N in Iron and Reynolds counties will be reduced to 1 lane for pavement repairs. This section of roadway is from Route 21 to Route MM. Work on this project should be wrapped up by next Thursday. All work zones will be marked, and MoDOT is urging motorists to use extreme caution. When we come back, I'll have your latest Missouri State headlines. We'll be right back.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
With extended hours, let the UPS store pack and ship your gifts.
Hi, I'm Steve from the UPS store in Farmington, Missouri. Me and my staff would like to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Here is your Storm Tracker forecast.
And welcome back. Currently we have temperatures in the 70s right now here in southeast Missouri. 73 here at the studio. It feels like 73. Current dew point 64. Humidity at 72% and a southeast wind at 6 miles per hour. Throughout the area in southeast Missouri and the state of Missouri, we're at 72 in Columbia, 71 right now in Springfield, Kansas City at 73 and 76 in Cape Girardeau. Sunshine for the weekend, for sure. We're going to be seeing that off and on Saturday and Sunday. Not too bad for the Mountain Music Festival down in the Ironton area. Isolated thunderstorms return on your Monday, and Monday storms could be on the severe side. So here's our setup for your Saturday. We're going to be in the dry sector for your Saturday. This next weather system off to our west will essentially move our way Sunday night into Monday. Now, during Sunday, this area could see some thunderstorms that could be on the strong to severe side, and that will scoot our way Sunday night into Monday. So forecast for tonight, 59 to 62 for your overnight low. Isolated thunderstorms, light to variable winds. For tomorrow, though, we're going to be clearing out to a partly sunny sky, 84 to 86, south wind 5 to 10. The next several days look like this. Partly sunny and 85 on your Saturday. Sunday, partly sunny, 89. Isolated thunderstorms off and on for next week. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Then by Thursday, we're cooling off into the 70s. 77 on your Friday with a partly sunny sky. And it's somebody's birthday here at KDKZ. We are celebrating Matt Dawkins' birthday. He turned 22 today. Happy birthday, Matt, from all of us here at the Dawkins Broadcast Group. You can get the latest weather information at our website, kdkz18.com. Coming up in today's Your Life segment, Dr. Bill Byard looks at how relationships with grandparents have changed.
Your Health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy.
If you or a loved one has been implanted with a pelvic mesh, commonly called a bladder sling, you may be entitled to a significant cash award. Many women implanted with this device have suffered discomfort, excruciating pain, and even incontinence. The FDA has even warned that pelvic meshes may cause serious injuries, including pain, scarring, infection, incontinence, and discomfort. If you or a loved one has been implanted with a pelvic mesh,
call the Relion Group at 800-796-6986.
And welcome back. Over the river and through the woods used to get you to Grandma's house. Now she might be across the country or even across the world. In today's Focus on the Family segment, Dr. Bill Byard takes a look at how grandparent relationship has changed.
I miss my family a lot. I miss my grandparents. We were really close to them.
Hope Hernandez and her family have just moved across the country, leaving their grandparents behind.
That's mostly what I miss, spending time with them.
It wasn't that long ago when grandparents were available to give parents a hand with child rearing, but things have changed.
See if you can get it in.
We do live in a society where grandparents can be thousands of miles away from their kids.
I love you. Love you.
I love you too, darling. We're missing some really rich times and not only with the grandchildren, but in supporting our own children.
You don't realize how much of a part they were of your lives until they're no longer hanging out with you on Sunday or...
And Grandma and Grandpa are different than Mom and Dad.
Hi, Abuelita.
Yeah, Mom and Dad are the disciplinarians, and Grandma and Grandpa are Grandma and Grandpa. So, you know, they don't get that other side.
So what are families to do? Well, one practical solution is to take advantage of today's technology to stay connected. Let your kids call their grandparents on your cell phone, or if grandma's computer savvy, email is a great way to stay in touch. Plus, you can send pictures.
Who is that, Papito? Who's that picture of?
If at all possible, set aside large chunks of time each year for your kids to be with their grandparents.
Our goal is to spend the summers down there or have them come up here and spend the summers. Or maybe when the kids get older, send them down there for the summer or something to that effect.
If there is a possibility of spending more time physically together, there's nothing that can replace that.
For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
Dr. Meyer says the holidays are a great opportunity to invest in some time with extended family. For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, visit our website, KDKZ18.com, and click on the Focus on the Family link. Today's Plugged In Movie Review looks at the new movie, Star Trek Into Darkness.
You think that you can't make mistakes, but there's going to come a moment when you realize you're wrong about that.
In the latest summer blockbuster, Star Trek Into Darkness, James T. Kirk and the crew of the USS Enterprise fly back into action.
You think the rules don't apply to you because you disagree with them.
And of course, the hard-driving Kirk is breaking all the rules, violating the Federation's prime directive and getting himself demoted from captain to first officer. But his penalty doesn't last for long.
Clear the room!
A terrorist known as John Harrison attacks the Federation where it hurts most, mowing down a number of its finest starship captains.
You think your world is safe. It is not.
And suddenly a leader like Kirk is in dire need. It turns out that Harrison is hidden away on a deserted planet deep in hostile Klingon territory.
He's a fugitive and I want to take him out.
And Kirk approaches his superiors, suggesting that he is the best pit bull to sick on the bad guy. He's gone to a place we just can't go, the Enterprise's chief engineer laments. But we all know Captain Kirk isn't a man who believes in can't.
I am better. At what? Everything.
This latest J.J. Abrams directed Star Trek tale is full of high-action efforts to save lives, to preserve the peace, and to protect a galactic sense of justice. But the film's Into Darkness subtitle is something all too appropriate. The sequel leaves viewers dealing with some murky right and wrong choices in the heat of war, and it peppers them with explosive bloody death, some equally explosive language, and one inappropriate but brief scene. So I'll be giving Star Trek Into Darkness just 2.5 Vulcan nerve pinches out of 5 for family friendliness. For an in-depth review of this film, or really anything else at your local box office, visit us at PluggedIn.com. Plugging you into the movies, I'm Bob Waliszewski for Focus on the Family's Plugged In Movie Review.
For more valuable information on current movies, DVD releases, as well as music, games, and TV shows, visit our website, KDKZ18.com, and click on the PluggedIn.com link.
And coming up in sports, the Cardinals lose to the Mets. Missouri basketball continues on, and Missouri Western loses against Southern Arkansas. Sports Zone is next.
Tips to make you money delivered daily. The totally free Money Talks newsletter. Sign up now and get my money makeover video, a $50 value, as my gift. MoneyTalksNews.com.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1. This is Sports Zone.
Daniel Murphy and David Wright combined for 5 hits and 3 RBIs against Adam Wainwright, and the Cardinals came up short on a 4-game sweep, falling 5-2 on the Mets Thursday afternoon at Busch Stadium. Murphy went 4 for 4, doubled twice and walked, and was 9 for 15 in the series. Wright doubled, singled, and drove in 2 runs. The Cardinals continued to struggle against those left-handed pitchers. Jonathan Neese allowed 2 runs on 6 hits and 7 in an inning, his longest start of the season so far. The baseball team moved closer to earning a spot at the SEC tournament after picking up a 4-2 victory over the Kentucky Wildcats at Taylor Stadium. Keaton Steele, Logan Pearson, Shane Segovia, and Dane Opel drove in runs. Brett Graves picked up his 2nd win of the season, allowing just 3 hits and 1 earned run over 5 innings of work, striking out 3 along the way. And the long ball cost Missouri Western as they gave up 3 against Southern Arkansas in a 6-1 loss to open up the NCAA Central Regional. The Mule Riders jumped on top to 2-0 on a David Harris home run in the bottom of the 1st inning. SAU would add another run in the 5th inning on a Jackson McCurdy home run. And that's today in sports. Fred and Dustin, guys, it's back to you. Thanks for joining us on 18 Eyewitness News. I'm Aaron Cox.
Thanks a lot, Aaron. That does it for 18 Eyewitness News. You can get the latest news, weather, and sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at our website, KDKZ18.com.
When you see news happening in your area, let us know about it. You can call our news department at 573-701-9590 or email us at news@DawkinsBroadcastGroup.com. Coming up tonight on KDKZ Channel 18.